A building in downtown Minneapolis. It is more than concrete and mortar. It is where dreams are nourished.
I think I saw 80% of the eyeballs.
It's been that way for some time because the MacPhail Center for Music is where they facilitate those that want to participate.
Well, MacPhail is a community music school that's been around since 1907, so a 107-year-old organization, and we teach music. Our passion is music and students, and today we work with over 12,000 students on an annual basis, and we have 200 fantastic teaching artists to connect students together with music.
They come in all ages.
We work with all ages and abilities, starting at 6 weeks of age to over 100 years old. And we offer a variety of programs to the community, early childhood music program, Suzuki talent education, classes and ensembles, 35 different instruments and individual instruction.
They come with the same goal, an interest in self-exploration of what music might mean to them in their lives, whether they realize it or not.
What is it like when you work with these young kids and they're first being introduced to music? What happens when they see it, when it's just fun to them? How do you introduce it to them so that they go, wow, this is neat, this is cool?
Well, young children just have kind of an aptitude for music, I found, so that the connection is really easy and natural at first.
Could you do that for me? Just that pattern?
What has happened over the recent years has been taking a fundamental approach to teaching and moving it electronically. This classroom consists of a teacher and one pupil through a computer.
Let's add that bass note on count one.
We entered into that with our own questions. Would music education be effective across teleconferencing or video conferencing technology? You're not there in the room, you're not touching hands and so on. Would the interaction and would the music education be viable? And right away we were proven that yes, it works extremely well.
Because at the heart of it is simply different methods to communicate music, and that's at the heart of MacPhail.
They go on in 4th grade, they kind of get to know their instruments again, and then in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, they're playing in chamber groups and orchestras.
Just 2, ready, and...
They teach those that are challenged with memory issues, finding there is a therapy that awakens one through music, that it is a teaching tool that creates hope.
They're wanting to get the joints moving and flexibility to occur, which plays with the cerebellum, which happens to affect balance and movement when the person gets up to walk. They're wanting to enhance quality of life, to give self-expression. When we play a song for someone with memory loss, and it comes from their teenage years particularly, it actually activates a larger amount of the brain, more than language communication areas of the brain impact.
It sounds so simple, but there is an intricate plan that is all about the philosophy of teaching. They have the opportunity to connect with students before they've been introduced to any form of education.
What's the general goal?
Well, the goal is to just open doors for children and for really students of all ages and ability to the joys of music, to be able to participate in it, to build skills, to just have the joy of music making.
Our early childhood music program is one of the first in the country to work with young children, and we've been doing this for over 45 years. In the program, we explore music through integrated arts activities, which makes us very unique.
Good. Is this a fast note or a fast bow or a slow bow?
Oh, to see the lives change as they progress on a path they did not understand when they started. That's what keeps students coming back.
And now let's try an up bow. Ready, go.
And that's what keeps teachers teaching.
Just making that connection with the student, connecting the student to the music, and seeing them build the skills so that they can produce the music and make the music and enjoy the music themselves.
In that process is interwoven something different, something that comes from the arts, because it is an inexact science. They are constantly toiling and retooling and trying to perfect the process.
I learn something new every day. So sometimes you learn that the idea that you had and what you're trying isn't going to work that day, so you have to think of something else. You know, I guess teaching keeps you on your toes. You know, you come to teach and you have a plan, you do the best you can to follow the plan, and then you never know exactly what's going to happen, and you have to be flexible.
The premise is the same whether it's in person or electronic. Expose the possibility of music to the masses and let them decide if indeed they want to grow.
We research different communities. We take a look at what our students want, what does the community want. We have a lot of outreach programs so that our reach keeps growing every year. It's not just a local influence anymore.
And they want to bring the best they have to offer to all who want it offered.
Our youngest students today are 6 weeks old, and our oldest students are over 100. And so everywhere in between, all ages, all abilities, and all backgrounds, and that's what MacPhail is passionate about, bringing music to the lives of all.
Because they believe in what they do. Because they believe in what music can do.
However a person appreciates it and connects with music, I think it really makes the world a better place. And many of these students understand, and if they don't now, they will. It's such a privilege to have music in your life and in your day.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Lifetouch, photography for a lifetime.